answer one question from a copywriter. He asked, April, how to write topics that will resonate with my audience. So, hindi ko alam gaano yung context, pero if it's for your personal use, let's say you will write copy for your own Facebook, for your own consumption, like you will use it when writing lead generating Facebook posts, then it's very important that you write or you post content that really resonate with your market. The question is how. So it's very important that you ask your market what is their biggest single challenge. So in marketing, this is called SMIQ, single most important question. SMIQ stands for the single most important question. And what is the single most important question? That is, when it comes to copywriting, what's your single biggest challenge? So you can be more specific. If you're starting out and you're just finding out kung ano yung pwede mong ma-offer kay client, pwede mong sabihin na when it comes to copywriting. Pero if you have an existing offer na, like, you know that this certain market needs YouTube ads, then, YouTube ad copy, then you can say that, you can ask question like, when it comes to writing YouTube ad copy, what is your single biggest challenge? So, yan. The more specific the question, the more specific the answer you'll also get. Right? So, dun muna tayo sa, when it comes to writing copy, what's your single biggest challenge? So, mostly, when you ask your prospect about their single biggest challenge when it comes to writing copy, mostly na makukuha mo based from the responses that I've got 2 years ago, it's more on writing compelling messages, writing messages that speak with your market, how to write emotional story, how to do your research, so something similar to those lines. So collect those answers. You can just message them on Facebook, pero don't just message out of nowhere. Create rapport. Start with rapport, and then after 3 days, let's say you add your prospect on Facebook, and then once you added them and they accepted your request, all you need is just say, hi April, I'm glad to connect. I saw you on, saan mo ba siya nakita? It looks like you're doing an impressive work, so I reached out. Okay? And then, of course, magre-reply yan, sasabihin niya, thank you, that's so sweet of you. So, ayun. You can ask something like, do you have a website? Or who is your market, so that I can introduce you to someone who needs your help. So, pwede mong sabihin na ganon. And once they respond, you just say, oh, alright, thanks. And the conversation, and after 2 days, after 3 days, get back to them and just say, hey, I've been meaning to ask you this. You can wait for a reply, but you can also just send a message. When it comes to copywriting, what's your single biggest challenge? And then most of the time they will respond with their challenge. Right? Some people don't know copywriting, pero if you targeted the right market, they will answer you the right answer, the more specific answer. So if they say, I find it hard to do my research, I find it hard to speak my market's language, I find it hard to find a story that will hook my readers. So take note of that, create an Excel sheet for that, and the answer to the SMIQ is the best topic that you can write about and post or publish in your Facebook. Alright? So, if you see dun sa result ng SMIQ mo that one of the most common struggle is writing copy that speaks with your market, then you can just create a post about that. So if you're struggling writing posts that resonates with your market, then it's blah 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 blah. So you don't need to create content from scratch. So just do your research on Google, create a post, repurpose the post, then post it on your wall. Don't just plagiarize. Huwag mo lang gayahin word for word. Read the resources na sasagot dun sa question or the struggle, and then write it in your own words. So you don't need to create from scratch or write from scratch. So yun. So when it comes to writing or coming up with topics that will resonate with your audience, do not just write out of nowhere. Eto sa tingin ko makaka-relate sila. No. Ask that SMIQ. Right? The single most important question. And when it comes to copywriting, what is your single biggest challenge? And the answer to that question is a great topic for your posts. Alright? So I hope you learned something new today. And if you do, make sure you subscribe, leave a thumbs up, and share this video with your friends. Bye-bye!